Well, we'll have to wait and see, guys. Not waiting too long, though, because Game 2 is right around the corner.
We're jumping back in. It's match point for Pro Esports, but if we take anything from game number 1, it's that Entity7 will push them to their limits. Taking a look at the drafts, Brigida, I am a fan of Entity7's draft here. So much combo play, so much ability to just work together, and even if one member misses a skill, someone else can back it up. Pro Esports, on the other hand, they went for this YSS, and the only time we've seen the YSS work so far, which is once, is with the double fighter. They take the risk, they pick up Kuzan on a comfort pick with this Harith. Do we think it's worth it? Do we think this can work?
That's something we figure out here, because even their mid-duo, right, feels like it's been patches ago since we last saw them both together. But now that's not looking great, Threx. To answer your question, as of now, Pro Esports are not making this worth it.
And this is where one of my thoughts on why the YSS has trouble. It's such a high crowd control meta right now. And when we take a look at Entity7, literally every single hero on their lineup has some form of, if not big, but at least small crowd control. Small stuns, big AoE stuns all around the board. And it's going to make Coily's job so hard here, especially with the fact that they don't... Ooh, a little bit more action.
Mystic Injunction, that's going to be PP, a very tanky hero though, but yes, they might look small, but they could eventually become bigger. They could link up. You mentioned it, the hero synergies you're seeing. It's an Atlas Guinevere all over again, and we've seen countless times these two heroes being played together. But Kuzan, if he goes down too, that's really, really bad for Pro. Both carries have been taken out, but there might be a trade here. Coily finding Hide on Bush.
Surprise Hide on Bush re-engaged on that one. I felt like maybe he'd just go for the runaway. Maybe didn't expect the Mountain Shocker to get the stun. Maybe he thought he could get a quick Violent Requiem off if he could get the stacks off. But he does go down. Still not a horrible trade for Kuzan, but the thing is, it does give Pro Esports some time to tie things up here.
Yep, and they will try to secure this objective for themselves. Hide on Bush jumping in, Mystic Gush together to the burst is coming through for E7, but PP still alive, does finally get taken out though. He needed a flicker, Akashi needed the flicker to get that, and on the other hand, sorry, Felix, the zoning, he's done. It's just so much for Pro. Coily got enough space to get the objective, and Sa's still alive.
How did Hide on Bush stay alive there though? Sorry, I'm Felix. Brings him down to about 10%, but Akashi goes down. Coily able to get a quick pick off, and just when it felt like Entity7 may have gotten a lead there, Pro Esports escaped with a decent trade along with their Lord. Along with Turtle.
Kuzan knows them in force. Vagan doesn't have the Fatal Links too. PP will be there to help them just a bit, and Doom might not go for the follow-up and re-engage. Still level 3, but he's about to get it really, really soon. There you go. But it wasn't in time to find a punish onto Kuzan. So at least for now, Pro Esports, they are behind in terms of kills, but somewhat because they were able to just allow Coily to bounce back. I think that's what really matters the most for now. They at least kind of recovered what went away or what nearly went down for them in terms of their win con. But PP? Oh, he has no way out of that.
No way out at all. A small pick off for Entity7. You know, you mentioned it. Coily getting those 2 kills is huge, especially after taking the death early on. It's what you want on this YSS. He needs to be able to scale, especially with the odds that are stacked against him. With how much crowd control's out there, every hit's gonna matter, and he needs to make sure the damage is stacked up, and that's what you want to see from YSS in these types of fights. Luckily, Sara and Felix also doing a decent job. He's taking a death, but Akashi has as well. Death's pretty spread out amongst the field.
Hide on Bush. The way that they're able to constantly engage and do it alongside Vagan, I think is something Pro Esports really need to pay attention to. You kinda are put in a spot when it comes to using your phraseless. Coily and the amount of ways that he needs to dodge everything, I think is eventually going to take a toll on them. If Pro Esports are not able to create enough space, and the way it's looking right now, it's only Soria and Felix who can afford to do that. PP might be someone you expect to go in a bit later, especially with the AOG. But you see right now, they're both holding the turtle. Both mid-duos will show up.
Akashi does get that Hunter Strike in right before this fight. Might be able to do a little more damage, a little more speed.
Oh, Kuzan. Is he gonna use the Zaman Force now? Akashi onto Kuzen right now. Does force out the Zaman Force. Sorry, I'm Felix too, trying to go for the zone. Akashi has a lot of damage. Mountain Shocker already used. It's Pro Esports taking control of the objective. E7 couldn't even get close.
Yeah, Kashi thinks he can go for Kuzen, but wait a second, little damage.
Why? BB actually jumping in with the AOG. Does block off a couple members from E7, but it's actually Saw gonna go down. Akashi finds him and PP next. Sorry, I'm Felix. Does he still want to go in? He finds a trade onto Shin, but are they still gonna fight this? Kuzen showing up, does have the Zaman Force again. He's going after Hide on Bush this time. But the dash is a bit too much! Now it's Akashi trying to find a punch. Sorry, I'm Felix for the help. And Kuzen gets out alive, but Doom, he does not expect Coil to be there!
What are you doing? Not like this! Jumps in thinking he's gonna be the hero, jumps in thinking he can save the day, but Coily was ready and waiting. The back and forth of that last fight, and I mean, let's be honest, both teams made some mistakes. Both teams threw some bodies in when they shouldn't have. On the boss side, Doom gets 1v2'd. Sarian Felix makes his way up to try to help out, and honestly, this is not a bad play. Look at the amount of damage Sarian Felix is able to output, gets the kill onto Shin, and at this point, E7 has to back off, but Koizen's not done yet. He's under the tower, and the fight should have ended there. Once Koizen backs off and Akashi's back off, but for some reason, Doom felt like he could be the hero.
We gotta see Doom Moskov last night, or Doom carry game 1, who was very particular and cautious of his positioning, because he's getting caught a lot more often than we expected him to be on this Moskov so far in this game. Kuzen, another Zaman Force already used, and Hide on Bush. He is no longer afraid to deal with him. Even without the Purify, Kuzen was just ready to take that fight on. So we're seeing another turtle in just 4 seconds. E7 have yet to take a single one over to their side. Can they actually make it and position themselves around it this time?
Yeah, it's definitely important for Entity7 to maybe try to gain some ground here. They're down about 3K gold though, so if they lose another big fight, it could look very similar to game number 1. So honestly, smartest move at this point, just give it up, look for play elsewhere. Doom is on top side, gonna be able to farm, take advantage of that, maybe get a tower somewhere on the map. But Coily already on his way back up along with Saw, and Doom doesn't know they're coming.
Yeah, sorry, I'm Felix is just someone E7 are having a hard time dealing with at this point. You really want to expect the damage from Shin, but there's not enough ways to just hold down Sorian Felix on this Uranus. Enough time for the Mystic Gush to just really shred him down. Also has the Purify, so that adds to the problem. Now they're on to Fagin. Does have the perfect match. Is going to be safe, but even then, right, they gave up the objective, but I don't think we saw any trades across the board. Not even that tier 1 up top was dealt with by Doom, and I think it's also about time they kind of feel a bit more pressured, because Pro Esports, they're just dealing with all of the win conditions one by one.
I mean, the position on Pro's map right now, they've got their bases covered, right? It's always 2 on one side, 2 on the other. As Coily kind of rotates around, they are going to kind of conjoin into this mid-tier 3. That's the last tier 3 they want to try to capitalize and take to open up this map for themselves. But they are strangling Entity7 right now, cutting them off from all entryways to try to take any towers from Pro. And if one of them does go off alone, it could be a death sentence. Speaking of death sentences, Begin should be able to get away here.
Begin's only on the Radiant Armor as of now, and you're seeing at least 2K gold leads between the junglers and the gold laners of both E7 and Pro. It's not looking good if you're waiting for the damage to come through for E7, because you have a lot of setup. You have a lot of ways to just target members from Pro Esports, but without the damage, it is gonna be very, very tough. Akashi, though, holding this bush.
There's too many of them. I don't know if that's a safe play right there. Hanging out, hiding out, keeping vision. Okay. He's a spy in enemy territory right now.
He's not moving.
Just don't move, don't breathe. You know, see how long he lasts. Lord is going to be up, and this honestly not the most horrible position for Akashi, but he is going to make his way up. They know that Pro Esports want to rush this. Hide on Bush might try to look for the engage.
Okay, Vagin, does he find one now? uses the perfect match, but doesn't find a setup yet. Sa! Going with the Crimson Pico, they just want to lock onto Akashi! And they find a mega kill for Coily there. Kozen now with the Diamond Force, does force out the Purify using the Fatal Links. But they don't get to capture him. And now it's going to be Sorry I'm Felix targeted, but with the Purify out, he's still gonna be okay. AOG in for PP. They're gonna set up with a trade. Spatial Migration onto Dude. SOD! But can Doom make a difference? That's a stun from Shin. But Pro already got what they want. It's just the Lord.
Pro takes the Lord, losing nothing. So many utilities wasted. I'm sorry, I'm Felix, that by the time Doom shows up, there's just nothing to hold Pro down, but E7 doesn't want to stop.
Okay, concentration. No Purify. E7 probably wanted to go for him, but it's still a Uranus. He can still make it out alive. Now E7 have to deal with another Lord Siege incoming for Pro. This is nothing new to them, though. But the wave clear, I guess it can be handled. It's a Moskov and a Gord in their hands either way.
Yeah, they definitely have opportunity to defend against this Lord push. Pro Esports, the major objective is definitely take these tier 2s and try to maybe get one inhibitor. Holy Defense is up on that top lane, so not a whole lot. They may not be able to get that, but a second wave in coming after, if Pro looks for the re-engage, or if Entity7 makes a big mistake and comes too far out, that could be the advantage that Pro's looking for here.
Okay, Mountain Shocker in, Doom gets caught, Mystic Kush forced out too from Shin, and now they're already gonna take out all turrets except for the base turrets here for E7. This is a lot of control going over to Pro Esports alongside the Holy Shields too, so I think they will be very happy with what they've been able to take, at least with this first Lord.
Yeah, they get the tier 2s, they don't break through, which means Entity7 has a little more life to spare. They still need to play it safe, because if there's a big team wipe, trying to contest a Lord, or you get caught off guard, then Pro can definitely end things. But if they play it safe for another few minutes, which we've seen them do before, yeah. they can even survive another Lord push, honestly, as long as they don't mess this up. Like you mentioned, they have great siege potential. They can hang out in the base, they have the Magic Push, they have Doom who can shred, and they have Akashi who can defend anyone who tries to jump in. So the possibilities are there. Taking a look at the items, taking a look at the gold spread, Kuzen once again is so far ahead of Doom. It's been 2 games in a row where Doom locks in his 3rd item so late in the game. And yes, we're going to start to see that shred, but by now it feels a little bit too late, because even Sorry I'm Felix so ahead of his opponent in the XP lane. It's just problems all around the board for Entity7.
Yeah, I think they'll have to wait for a moment where they could just really rely on sheer damage to deal with Pro. Because at this point, if they just really want to go for the setups, the captures, I think these 3 Purify spells you're seeing on the side of Pro will not make it easy for E7 to pull off a combo like that, unless they find ways to force it out and actually target on specific members of Pro. But that's the thing, the damage is spread out. It's really, really well spread out, and now Sorry I'm Felix tanking a majority of the damage, already forced to use the Consecration, but in exchange, why was Vagan there all alone? There was no follow-up, no one nearby from E7, even if he wanted to go for the setup on Kozen.
Well, Vagin was looking for Kozen. Everyone else focused on the Sorry I'm Felix once again. Entity7 shouldn't even be starting fights right now. I get it, maybe look for a pickoff, but don't force anything at all. Let Pro Esports come to you. That's where your advantage is going to be. Let them dive into you, back up, and look for the re-engage. You have the crowd control to do that.
I guess it was also a desperate attempt. They really wanted to at least get something right, because we were failing to see trades from E7 ever since Pro Esports were able to bounce back. Ever since Coily was able to find those 2 kills, which made that kill towards Coily in the first minute of the game almost insignificant already. So it's Pro Esports with an almost 9k gold lead. Very, very similar to what happened in game number 1, Trex. But does Pro find an easier way to close it out this time? They have a lot of tools to engage. They have Sorry I'm Felix, they have an AOG, and even a Crimson Beacon from Sa, so they could just catch them by surprise. But the question is, they have to calculate it well enough. And will they be able to do so now against E7?
Alright, so Entity7 just has to hold strong under these towers as Pro makes their engage. Nice Mountain Shocker!
The engage actually came from Coily! It's not from anyone else, and now it's Kuzen's really taking down this base turret in mid together with the Zaman Force. They're gonna transition to the top. Hide on Bush, trying to defend it as much as he can. Vagan going in too. Does he use the Fatal Links now? He does, but doesn't catch anyone. Hide on Bush on the spatial migration does find Kuzen and force out the Purify, but he's gonna get punished just the same. It's Doom left to defend. They had to make room for Doom to defend.
Lagine catches no one and barely gets all the Purifies out. Sorry, Felix gets Consecration back.
Oh.
This is bad for Entity7.
Vagan doesn't have the ultimate anymore. Akashi waiting for the perfect timing, but Kuzen with the Zaman Force is just bursting everyone down. AOG doesn't allow to anyone, but Coily already goes in. Pro Esports, they have the base within reach. The minions have spawned, but they have another wave coming down bot. But E7 are pushing them out. SOD doesn't connect. Flying Clouds from Akashi. Where does he want to go? Sorry, I'm Felix being turned down. Consecration! They finally find a target and take down one.
They got to go back to the base, though. There are minions down. They finally put another kill on the board after multiple minutes. We're back to a 15-plus minute game, Brigida. Entity7 somehow still surviving. We did predict that since they had all inhibitors up, the defense was possible. It definitely could have been cleaner, maybe not lose all three, but Entity7 is once again in this position that they were in game number 1. Once again, they need to not make the mistake of jumping in. Don't force it. Be careful if you do.
Okay. Hide on Bush nearly caught someone there, but that's just all gonna be for this tier 1 in mid. And yes, E7, how are they able to do this every single time? In every single game that you see them. Even if they don't get a hold of the early game, they just find a way to at least push the game to a much later time. And that is when you expect Doom to really hit his power spike, right? We're approaching 20 minutes in the game. All members are almost at level 13 to 15. Pro Esports, though, they want to rush this. They don't want to allow for E7 to find any opportunities. But Vagan from behind.
From the back.
From behind.
From the back.
He's going to find anyone he can, but it's taking a while. Does land the Fatal Links and the shutdown from Shin!
Kuzen able to find Shin, that's huge. Zamon's Force drops and Kuzen's still popping off. But on the top side, Doom. Base race, Akashi on.
Okay,
Akashi's got to get back.
Yep, PB and Kuzen are looking to use this wave down bottom. Doom already recalled as well, but the Zaman Force is already here. Does Kuzen use it now? They don't just yet. They're trying to deal with the poke. There you go, Zaman Force. Spear of Misery from Doom, pushing him out. But they have another wave. Can they create enough space? They want to go for the end, but Doom's defending to the best of his capability. Sa already almost going down. A flicker from Doom! Pro could not fight.
Pro, maybe look for the re-engage. No, they didn't go for the Lord. They wasted their time trying to come into the base, and now Entity7 is on the chase. SOD onto Kuzen.
Oh, Doom wants to go find the kill on Kuzen. Purify forced out as Vagan lands the Fatal Links, and now it's PP who's looking to go down. Coily finds a Mountain Shocker onto Vagan, but the flicker from Akashi! He finds Kuzen, but he goes down too!
Now Doom continues to push forward as Entity7. This might be the time to back off. You got your target. You finally killed Kuzen, but at what cost? Akashi goes down. This is reminiscent of the previous match before as Entity7 tries to rush the Lord. It's Hide on Bush versus Coily once again.
Okay, Consecrations. Brian Felix already using it as well. He's being shredded down by Doom right now. Coily's still alive though. It's a concealed play from PP. The knock-up's onto Vagan, and there goes the taunt. It's onto Hide on Bush. He has the spatial migration out of here, but it's Coily, and there's Doom with the SOD, finding Hide on Bush first. AOG doesn't land onto anyone. It's Doom making things possible all by himself, but can he? He's being chased. He's being chased.
It's a 1v4 right now. Doom against the world, getting free hits. Can they stop him?
Sorry, I'm Felix. You're starting to feel the damage. Doom, though, he's surviving, but not for long. It's finally a pickup by Pro, and they have the Lord marching in mid.
Shin now also getting cornered. The magic gush to find Coily.
Zaman Force from Kuzen doesn't make it, but it's enough. Shin cannot defend this all alone. Akashi, it's all on you, but they don't care. They just need the minions. Pro Esports make their way to knockouts and sweep Entity7